Okay then. Hello everybody, my name is Jacqueline Hunt and I'm the Deputy Curriculum Leader for Art and Design, and I have responsibility for the GCSE programme. So I'm responsible for the GCSE in Fine Art, for the GCSE in Photography and for the GCSE in Graphics. So today I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the free courses. So for each course there are two components. Component one is the coursework. It carries 60% of the mark and you will study that between September and February. Component two is the externally set assignment, and it's a timed piece. So it's about preparing for a 10-hour practical exam. There are no theory exams in the courses, it's just all practical. Next year we're going to be based in J Block, which is our big art and design centre. And our average group sizes, well, they vary a lot, but they're usually quite small. So this year we've got groups of 10 and 12, and I think the maximum is 20. It's very well equipped. It looks very gorgeous. It's very designer. And we've got a gallery space, so there'll be opportunities for you to exhibit your work as well. The lessons are approximately 4.5 hours long per week, but we do expect you to do 4 hours of homework as well, because it's not a 2-year course, it's a 1-year course. So we have to pack quite a lot into the time available. One of the things that we encourage you to do all the time is to practice, 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 because that's the only way you're going to pass the exam. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to show you some examples of the sketchbooks that we put together with our graphic students, our photography students, and our fine art students. One of the things that we teach you to do straight away is to lay out your page in an exciting manner. So we don't want to see big empty gaps. We want you to keep it busy. So pages look more like this rather than the previous one. So we teach you how to make your work look exciting and how to make your work look very professional. This is an example of GCSE fine art work, but it's not traditional art, because although we do painting and drawing and pastel work, we also do computer art as well. So you may find that even if you do choose to do fine art, you might actually end up doing a lot of digital art, but it's entirely up to you. We have 4 assessment objectives, and they guide everything that we do in all 3 courses. So AO1 is about developing your ideas based on influences. AO2 is about playing around with materials. AO3 is about getting out of your head all your exciting ideas. And AO4 is about the outcome, the final piece, the end of the journey. So let's look at those AOs one at a time, because you're going to have to be covering them no matter which course you choose. So AO1 is about sitting on the shoulders of giants, and this is about making your ideas better by using influences to inspire the direction of your work. So Bill Brandt, very famous photographer, he's often influenced lots of our students. Stanley Spencer has influenced students who wanted to do portraiture. And Neville Brody, with his wacky, crazy typography, has often influenced our graphic design students. So here's an example of a student who's been inspired by somebody called David Carson. And she's played around with the type, she's played around with the colours, she's played around with the layout. She's wondered whether or not to make things transparent or solid. So she's really wrestled with her ideas. And these are 3 bookmarks, all based on the influence of David Carson. And this is an art student who was influenced by Lucian Freud. Lucian Freud draws very long, sad faces with great big eyes, and you can see how her work has been inspired by him. So influences are very important, and we help you to find the right influences for you. Bill Brandt, again, he's quite popular because he's such a good photographer. But one of the things that he does in his work, he includes a lot of contrast between black and white. And in this photograph by one of our GCSE students, you can see that influence on his work. Look at how inky black that black shadow is, and look how light the building is. So this person, even though they've drawn photographed somebody just walking down the street, the photography student has been very inspired by Bill Brandt. AO2, again, it carries 18 marks. It's all about playing around with techniques and just being very experimental and not being afraid to solve problems. So in these photographs, we've got 4 students' eyes, but within each column, something different happens to them. So in the second column, the student plays around with the contrast and makes the colours of the eyes much brighter. In the third column, the student plays around with black and white. And in the fourth column, the student manages to combine black and white with colour. So they're just playing around with ideas and having fun and seeing what does and doesn't work. This was a student who went to Iceland, and she did a photograph of a chapel on a rocky formation, but she changed the sky to make it look like a storm is about to arrive, and she's really heightened the contrast. So playing around is really important on this course, and having fun and not settling with the first idea. We also help you to explain your thinking, because although there isn't a written test in any of our GCSEs, you do have to write about what went well and how you could improve upon your work. So in this fine art piece, the student took a photograph of a flower, and then she talks about how close the likeness is of her drawing to the actual flower and the problems that she had in trying to get the petals right and in trying to get the shading right. And here we have a GCSE student who produced a lovely piece of work. That's the first piece on the orange background, but he didn't settle on the first idea. So he's changing the colours, he's changing the fonts, and he's just playing around. Now this year, all our art and design students have received free access to Adobe. So if you study any of our subjects in art and design, you'll find that you do have free access at home to Photoshop and Illustrator. You do not have to pay for it yourself. AO2, it's all about refining things, and refining is just a posh word for making something better. It's about not settling on the first idea. It's about saying to yourself, no matter which of our 3 GCSEs you study, what if I do it this way? What if I change the colours? What if I change the composition? So refinement is about making subtle changes to nail a picture, which is what this student has done here. And again, this is a graphics poster campaign for the Wildlife Trust, and she's playing around with the deer. Does she have 1 deer in the picture? 2 deer? Should it be purple? Should it be green? Should it be blue? Should it be red? Should it be black? Should it be white? Should it be big? Should it be small? What about the type? Should it be 3D? Should it be flat? Should it be blue? Should it be yellow? So again, it's playing around with ideas and showing how creative you are. It's about not settling on the first idea. AO3, well, that's just about showing off how skillful you are at taking a photo, drawing a picture, doing a graphics piece, but it's also about how skillful your writing is as well. So again, we teach you how to take photographs, we teach you how to use Photoshop, and we teach you how to draw and to paint. We don't assume anything. We give you the skills because that's our job. And AO4, well, that's the end of the journey. That's the final piece. And it's about how the final piece relates to the sketchbook. Because the sketchbook is like a diary, but it's a visual diary. And it shows the journey of your project to its conclusion. So in this piece, the student started off drawing lots of different eyes and lots of different flowers. And then she started to play around with collage and sticking layouts together. And then she looked at an art movement called Cubism, which used bright colours and patterns. And that was part of her journey towards her final piece. This is another GCSE student who played around with paint. Here are some more finals. So this is what our GCSE graphics students did. So we have some Save Our Wildlife t-shirts, which they produced. We've got their mug designs, and again, it's based on the same theme of saving wildlife. And we've got business cards. You'll design a business card for yourself. We've got bookmarks, we've got letterheads, and we've got posters. In fact, students in graphics do lots of stuff. They do polygon designs on the computer. And in photography, we teach you how to take good photos, and we play around a lot in Photoshop, trying to nail that picture, trying to make it work really well. Some of the photographs that I'm showing you now is part of something called street photography, which is something that you'll get to do on the course. And finally, we show you how to evaluate your work. So no matter which GCSE you study with us, moderators want to know how well it went. So we show you how to connect all the different parts of your journey into an evaluation, which we sometimes called a connections page. Our results are very good indeed. These are the results from 2020. So as you can see, in both fine art and in photography, 100% got 9 to 4, and that is not untypical of other years as well. And it's not that the courses are easy, far from it. It's just that the students enjoy the courses that they do, and they're prepared to practice and practice and practice. And in graphics, our results are good as well, because this year nearly 80% of our course got 9 to 4. And I think we had about 30 students doing that graphics course this year. So it's a great place to work. It's a great place to achieve. And it's a great place to be. So if you are interested in doing GCSEs, can certainly consider our GCSEs in fine art, photography and graphics, because I'm sure you'll enjoy the course. So goodbye for now, and I hope to meet you again. Bye-bye.
Oh, Jacqueline, we do have a question actually.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah, so it says, is product design going to be part of this talk today? So do you want to answer that?
No, product design isn't part of the talk, but if you go on our website, we can find you lots of information about product design. We don't offer product design at GCSE, we only offer it at A level.
Okay, great, that's it.
Okay then, okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you, bye everyone.
Bye.